So hi everyone, I'm Nimrod, I'm the CEO and co-founder of Simplex, and we're a global fraudless payment solution. So what does it mean? Credit cards weren't really built for the internet, right? They were created in the 50s, wasn't much of an internet going on then. So not much has changed since then on the underlying infrastructure. So today if you're selling something online, and someone is using a stolen credit card or a stolen identity, the transaction will end up in a chargeback, which means that you, as the seller, will suffer the financial loss. And there haven't been any reason for anyone in the payment food chain to take care of that problem. So we decided to do something which is completely different here and try to provide a payment solution as payment should be, or a world without fraud for the merchant. So a bit more about the company. It was established in 2014. We just raised under $10 million since we were established. We're profitable in the last 6 months. Over 60 employees, most of them in Israel, most of them technical. We're processing tens of millions of dollars per month. Chargeback ratio is managed very well and kept curbed. Very differently from many other companies handling fraud mitigation, we not only reduce fraud, but we also increase the conversion. I'll touch that point a bit later. We're dominant in the cryptocurrency space where we decided to start, and we're just now expanding into other verticals. So I think it's becoming safer to say that it used to be complex, now it's Simplex. So as said, we started our way in the cryptocurrency ecosystem because it's the most difficult ecosystem to provide a service as we provide. And I think you can take my word for it that it paid off really well when the ecosystem is growing. Now that we've reached a point in our scalability in a way that we're 100% automatic, so all transactions are managed automatically by our AI system, and our price margins continue to improve over time. Now we can start and work in other verticals where there's more competition than the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So how do we do it? The data is out there. We collect about 300 data points per transaction and process them in real time in our AI proprietary system. And that's how we are able to create a story around the transaction and decide on the way we want to continue and process it. Now, a very common issue when you're working with a fraud mitigation company is the constant friction between preventing fraud and ruining your conversion. The way we decided to do it, and it's a very unique way, also because of the way that we're integrated within the transaction flow, is to employ something we like to call no decline policy. We try not to decline any transaction. The numbers today with declining transactions that shouldn't have been declined are pretty high. About 30% of the declined transactions are actually honest users which become disappointed clients because they weren't able to complete the transaction. So we try not to decline anyone. So naturally it increases conversion. Apart from that, because of the way it's done inside the flow, verification could be, let's say, an email verification, a phone verification, a random charge on your credit card, or other mechanisms. Because of the way it's done, it prevents hackers from having an official enough penetration test on our system, because they never know when we know they are the bad guys. So even if we have hackers coming in from a blacklisted IP, we still continue the process with them. So they can do a penetration test, they exhaust their resource on futile attempts, and we keep enriching our blacklist for future attempts. So as said, the crypto ecosystem is quite important for us. We have a competitive advantage there. We're first mover there. We're dominating it. We're adding very soon additional products for this ecosystem to make it more accessible to mainstream users. And looking forward as a strategic move in Simplex, we see our continuous involvement in this space. The fact is that in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, hackers come in hordes. Usually hackers come where there is easy money. They're here to work. They're here to make a profit. they wouldn't come and have try fraud committed on a furniture website, because it's really hard to ship the furniture and resell it. And crypto is exactly the opposite. It's immediate fulfillment, it's 24/7, 365, it's mostly new users, it's global, there's no shipping involved, so the most advanced attack vectors happen there. So by us keeping dominating that space, we can continue and challenge our AI system in the most challenging environment, which means that we can perform way better than any other company in the fraud mitigation space in other easier environments. So as said, today the numbers are that about 40% of fraudulent transactions are actually stopped in time, and 30% of the declined transactions are actually honest users. So Simplex is able to both minimize fraud and maximize the conversion. And the next verticals that we're going to offer our services are financial services, marketplaces, the travel industry, and luxury items. So if anyone here in the audience is working in these verticals and can feel the pain of fraud, I urge you to come and speak with me. Again, we're supplying payments as payments should have been. So today, we're almost only working in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. We have one client out of that vertical, one client in financial services, a company called Payoneer, which is a pretty big company. And now we're investing a lot of time and effort in our growth and in our expansion into general e-commerce, which is a much bigger opportunity. So if anyone here is a very strong salesperson who would like to join a growing team, come see me as well. Thank you very much.